I seen in the video about my grandson, I seen two scared people. I seen the officer scared, and I seen my grandson scared.
Now at 6, a family seeks answers and calls for peace after a Cincinnati police officer killed 18-year-old Ryan Hinton.
I'm angry because it shouldn't have never happened. I want to find out exactly what steps was taken and the protocol.
Hinton's father is charged in the death of Hamilton County Deputy Larry Henderson, who served the community in many different ways.
He would do anything for anybody. We loved him being around.
Henderson's connection to the UC football team.
And tonight, WCPO is asking questions and getting you answers. What is protocol for sharing video of police shootings? And how does the Cincinnati Police Department handle them differently than other agencies?
This is WCPO 9 News at 6.
Thanks so much for joining us. Emotions are high in Hamilton County in the wake of 2 deaths. A deputy killed in the line of duty and an 18-year-old killed by police.
And let's take you through the timeline to catch you up here. Cincinnati police say Thursday morning a CPD officer shot and killed 18-year-old Ryan Hinton while chasing he and 3 others after they jumped out of a stolen car in East Price Hill. Police say Hinton was armed at the time. CPD first shared body camera video with Hinton's family before sharing it with the public Friday morning around 11:15. Approximately 2 hours later, Ryan's father, Rodney, is accused of hitting and killing Hamilton County Deputy Larry Henderson with his car near UC. On Saturday, a judge ordered Rodney to be held without bail until his no bond hearing, which is set for tomorrow.
Tonight, WCPO 9 is bringing you team coverage on this case and the questions it's prompting. We want to start with WCPO 9 News reporter Connor Steffen, who was at a news conference today held by the Hinton family and their attorneys. Connor?
Tanya and Craig, this is one of the more emotional news conferences I can remember covering. You had multiple family members break down in tears several times throughout it. It was very obvious that this is still a fresh and painful loss for them. We heard from attorneys representing Ryan Hinton's estate, as well as his own family, grandmother, grandfather, cousin, little sister. They wanted to share more about how they are remembering Hinton after his death. But the press conference began with attorneys offering condolences to the family of retired Hamilton County Sheriff's Deputy Larry Henderson. They consider his death another tragic loss. Family called the media here to speak on the life of Ryan Hinton, but also to raise questions after reviewing body camera footage from his shooting death. Their main question is this: was the officer justified in using deadly force?
What I seen was 2 persons made a mistake. My grandson made a mistake being there, and the officer, he was trying to get back to his family too.
We're also learning some new information tonight. Hinton's family says he attended Don High School before it shut down. He was also not in school at the time of his death. Family and attorneys didn't dispute that Hinton was sitting in a stolen car or had a gun on him at the time of the incident. His cousin says, though, that he should have never been in that stolen car because he was locked out of the house the night before.
And I was asleep. Ryan, I'm so sorry. This was never supposed to happen to you. Ever. I'm so sorry, Ryan. I'm so sorry, Ryan. Just know he won't supposed to be there.
The family is asking the public not to rush to judgment. Their attorneys are reviewing every report and angle of the incident they can get their hands on. At that point, attorneys say they will announce what, if any, next steps they will take. Now, the family refrained from answering many questions about Ryan's father, Rodney Hinton Jr. He does face 1 charge of aggravated murder, and he's currently scheduled to be in court tomorrow for a bond hearing. As of now, he is in custody in the Claremont County Jail. We're live in Corryville. Connor Steffen, WCPO 9 News.
Connor, thank you. Police arrested 3 other people in connection to the incident that resulted in Ryan Hinton's death. 18-year-old Sincere Grigsby, 19-year-old DeAnthony Bullocks, and 18-year-old Jarrell Austin. Each face charges of receiving stolen property and obstruction. Police say on Thursday in East Price Hill, all 4 ran from a stolen car when marked cruisers approached. Thursday at the Westview condo complex on Warsaw Avenue. Grigsby appeared in court this morning. His bond is set at $50,000. Meanwhile, the greater Cincinnati community continues to mourn the death of fallen Hamilton County Deputy Larry Henderson.
WCPO 9 News reporter Valerie Lyons is live in Anderson tonight with more on Henderson's life and legacy. Valerie?
Yeah, Tanya, I am standing outside of Hamilton County Sheriff's Office Post 5. This is where Deputy Larry Henderson served his final years before formally retiring in December. Blue ribbons are on the buildings, they're on the lampposts, and they're on that cruiser parked in front of the operations center here. And in the windshield, which you are about to see, there are two signs, one of which reads, "Rest easy, Devil Dog." That is a nod to Henderson's time in the Marines. After 33 years with the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Larry Henderson's watch came to a tragic and violent end Friday.
When I heard it was Larry, it was really, really hard.
Hit and killed while directing traffic outside the University of Cincinnati. A memorial now grows near the spot where police say the driver intentionally ran him down.
He's a great person. He was quiet. He did his job.
John Whittakin is the Associate Athletic Director for UC Football. He knew Henderson personally. They were neighbors for many years. But he also knew the fallen deputy on a professional level because for nearly 20 years, Henderson was a part of the Bearcat team.
He knew when to step in and help a coach, but he was the type of guy that would do anything for you.
Henderson volunteered his time working security, traveling with the team for a few away games each year. Whittakin says he was set to continue the tradition this season. Would you consider him an integral part of the team?
Yeah, he's a huge part of the team. As our sheriffs, they got the same gear that we got. They got the same bull rings that we got.
In the days since Henderson's death, tributes have poured in on social media, words and sentiments lauding a decorated legacy and a life well lived. During his time in law enforcement, Henderson served in specialized units, including the Hamilton County Bomb Squad and SWAT team. He was also a dive team member, academy instructor, and FBI task force officer.
He's just a great guy, and he would do anything for anybody. We loved him being around. He was tremendous. He was very professional, and he was a huge Bearcat fan, and he helped us a lot, and we'll truly miss him.
Now, Henderson really touched so many lives and filled so many roles in his 33 years in law enforcement. And I reached out to different people who knew him or worked with him. Throughout the day, I also learned that Henderson worked security at Mercy Health Anderson. Henderson was also set to be a school resource officer for Laughlin City Schools next school year. Live in Anderson Township, Valerie Lyons, WCPO 9 News.
Valerie, thank you. And as we told you earlier, Ryan Hinton Jr. is accused of killing Deputy Larry Henderson one day after his son was killed by a police officer.
This happened just hours after CPD showed Hinton and other family members video of that deadly shooting. And many of you have commented online saying the release of body cam footage in just 24 hours seems rushed, especially for a grieving family. WCPO 9 News reporter Andrew Rowan explains why that timeline is standard protocol for Cincinnati police.
As the chief for the city of Cincinnati and this police department, my commitment is to transparency.
Police Chief Teresa Thigi telling the Buzz radio host Lincoln Ware about the moments she reviewed body camera footage with the Hinton family.
I think like any family member, they were all distraught over what they just saw.
Did he get up abruptly and just walk out of the room, or did he?
He did leave the room, yes.
All of a sudden, he left the room.
Yeah,
okay.
he walked out.
Whenever there is a police shooting, body camera footage is released 24 hours after that shooting. A police lieutenant tells me that is standard protocol put into place by Police Chief Teresa Thigi herself.
I have nothing to hide. I will share whatever I can share throughout this process.
Even if it's not favorable for the police, you will share.
Yeah, I will always share what information, what factual information I have.
3 investigations are simultaneously underway, one by the homicide unit, one internally, and one by the Citizens Complaint Authority. The city is relying on its collaborative agreement, a document that's become a national model for community police relations, born out of the civil unrest in 2001 when an officer shot and killed Timothy Thomas.
My ask is for them to be patient and show why we are the gold standard of police community relations.
In a statement, Mayor Aftab Purival said in part the collaborative agreement was built for our most challenging time. He said transparency and accountability are being put front and center in this process. Reporting downtown, Andrew Rowan, WCPO 9 News.
So last week's shooting was the 6th time in 9 weeks that Greater Cincinnati law enforcement officers had shot someone.
The WCPO 9i team's been looking into those incidents to see if there's anything that we can learn from them. I-Team reporter Dan Monk in studio right now to share what he found. Dan?
Well, Tanya, I sat down with former UC Police Chief Gene Ferrara, who has been involved in law enforcement training for more than 50 years. And we talked about that recent spate of shooting incidents in Covington and Lockland, Florence, Claremont County, not to mention 2 since early March in the city of Cincinnati. He said there is a lot to be learned from the lot of those cases, but not what's causing them right now.
Number one, that's a lot. But if you're looking for why, there's no why. There's no, they're all random acts.
So can you tell me why there have been 6 in the last several weeks?
No, I think the most important thing for people to understand is police officers are not trained to act. They're trained to react. What the officer does is contingent upon what the person that they are confronting does.
But there is one obvious difference between Cincinnati's handling of these cases compared to other departments. Cincinnati releasing body cam video within a day of both incidents. Other departments took up to 17 days. And Ferrara told me that he wouldn't be surprised if that approach comes under review in the weeks ahead.
Thank you very much, Dan. So I did reach out to the city manager and the mayor today about everything that's happened since Thursday. I wanted to talk to both of them, but the city manager declined. The mayor was not available to talk in person, so I got a statement from him. It reads, in part, there are so many in our community feeling an immeasurable amount of grief, pain, and loss right now. My ask for Cincinnati is that through this moment of darkness, we continue to see each other's shared humanity and pray for healing.
Our team is staying on top of all the developments in this case, of course, and we will be sure to bring you the latest as we learn it, both on air and online at WCPO.com.